Philip Kurland is surrounded by politics.
These are the top two selling buttons.
If there's a button or badge supporting a political candidate, chances are Kurland has it.
We're the largest retail political memorabilia dealer in the United States.
Kurland's store isn't just any ordinary shop in the country. It's the Plains Trading Post, as in Plains, Georgia, the hometown of former U.S. President Jimmy Carter, where the streets are lined with signs from the current election supporting both Democrat Kamala Harris and Republican Donald Trump. Democrat Joe Biden won Sumter County and narrowly won the state of Georgia in 2020.
It's shocking in a way that we're a battleground state.
Polls show a close race in Georgia, and both campaigns recognize every vote counts, including a prominent one cast by mail-in ballot from the most famous resident of Plains.
I don't think he'd miss any opportunity to vote.
He was excited to turn 100, but he's more excited to cast his ballot for Vice President Harris.
Jason Carter, Jimmy Carter's grandson, is chairman of the board of the former president's global nonprofit Carter Center.
At the end of his 100-year life, that is continuing on, as we know, to have grown up in the segregated South and for his one of his last political acts to be helping to elect a black woman as a president, I do think it would be important.
President Carter has already said that it was important for him to be able to vote for Barack Obama in 2008.
Joe Crespino is a professor of history at Emory University. He believes Carter's vote is connected to his legacy, specifically his efforts to get the Equal Rights Amendment prohibiting sex discrimination ratified in the U.S. Senate while president.
But voting for the first female candidate of color would be important for him, not only because of his experiences with race over the course of his life, but also his experiences in trying to advance the interests of women in public life.
He wants to see this country brought back together. I think he wants to reduce that polarization. I think he wants us to focus on the things that make us Americans first and fundamentally, and I think that he thinks she can do that.
And I must have 1,100 different Carter buttons.
Philip Kurland says not everyone in Plains agrees with Jimmy Carter or his candidate of choice.
Even though he's firmly come out for Kamala Harris, everyone that's not for her would instantly forgive him and still love him.
As Election Day nears, Jimmy Carter continues to receive hospice care in his modest home on the edge of his hometown, not far from the preserved Depression-era farm where his story began 100 years ago. Kane, Farabaugh, VOA News, Plains, Georgia.